Hi everyone, it's Anne, Crafty Kimchi. Welcome back to my channel. I have another Build Your Embellishment stash project share. I'm not sure if you've watched my last video where I built these beautiful butterfly embellishments. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to create, and instead of coming up with new embellishments, sometimes I just do some simple paper piecing. I think for me this is like the most stress reliever, and it also helps me build my stash. And I'd shown this in my previous video and I'll link that video down below. So in this video I created flowers, and I kind of went a little crazy with this, guys. There were just a bunch of new dyes that I had not used, and I just kind of went with it. I love just kind of creating and putting these together. I just cut out a bunch of different flower dyes that I have in my stash and just started paper piecing them. And for me, I found this really as a stress reliever only because I can just sit and watch Netflix or YouTube or catch up on just, videos that I've been meaning to watch. And they're just easy. They're easy, they're fun to create, and I think it's a great way to just start off with your embellishments. It's just to have a bunch in your stash, and you get to build from there. So, yeah, I'm really excited to show you. These are just some of the ones I just created some leaves. They're really fun to have in my stash, and I can't wait to do more with them. Now, this is a fun dye that I have as well too. I just layered them up, and I'm gonna use them as a piece, but they're so pretty. I love this like layered look. And then I got inspiration from Alicia, who's Wagman510 here on YouTube. She had recently shown a Maggie Holmes project share, and she had talked about creating shakers, and I think I'd seen this flower shaker on her page, and I'm like, I have so much Maggie Holmes floral embellishments, and I thought I'd give this little shaker a try. I'm not quite sure if I love it or not, but I don't hate it. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think it just gives it a little bit something extra, and who doesn't love a shaker? So I only created one just to see if I'm feeling it, and then I'm gonna, I guess, continue if I think they're really cute. I'm gonna try it on a project and go from there. So I had gotten inspiration from some flowers that I purchased from AC Moore recently, and these are the little birdie flowers. And when I saw these in the store, I was like, oh my god, they're so pretty. And of course the colors are just everything that I work with, the pinks, the yellows, and like the turquoisey colors. And I was like looking at them, I was like, wow, can I recreate this? And I tried. I really did try. So I'm going to give just a short tutorial on how I created these little embellishments. So I think I'd shown, in the butterfly one, I had used these little stamen pieces that I have in my stash, and I'll leave a link of a couple of them down below. I have a box of these that I picked up from Allie, and I've been meaning to use them. I bought them, but I don't know, I just haven't sat down and created with them. And I'm not sure if you can tell from here, but it's like punched and then it's pulled out from the flower. So I took inspiration from this flower arrangement, and I thought I'd create my own. And here you go. I did a very simple one with this one, and I just used a flower dye in my stash, and I'll link a couple down below if you're interested. Again, I just created this one, and I thought I'd show how I made these. I did use this Distress Oxide spray on a couple of my flowers, and I've been really loving the effect of this oxide spray. I think it's so pretty, and I'm not sure if you could tell here, but those little droplets are this oxide spray. It dries so beautifully, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I've been just kind of like spraying it, and this one I did spray again. You could see the little droplets on this. And I have to say, making these flowers, I've been really obsessed with this paper pad that I picked up from Michael's. I don't know how long ago this is. This is pretty old, but this paper pad is one of my favorite paper pads. I honestly love cutting rosettes with this. It's just so like, I don't know, it's just really pretty. And every time I make like an embellishment with it, I think it's just, it has that like softer effect. I mean, this music paper I'm obsessed with. So if you do see this paper pad at Michael's, I would highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite paper pads. I love coming to this paper pad for everything. Rosettes, flowers, I mean, butterflies. It really goes with every collection that I have, and I've really come to this paper pad a lot. So all right, let me just show you what you need in order to create this. So I have this little sponge pad, and I did actually pick this up with a Sizzix pokey roller thing that I had picked up a while ago. And I never get to use this foam pad. I just roll over it, and so I'm using this to help me roll with the flowers with this tool. And I think this is a cake mold tool, and I picked this up off Ally. I'll leave a link down below. They were really inexpensive. Sometimes with Ally, it's just, you know, it's worth it. It's just about finding patience, waiting on these things. I have my favorite art glitter glue. You can tell it's beat up. I love this thing. I have a little pokey tool. It's my Tim Holtz Tonic pokey tool, and I have some double-sided tape. And you will need a bling piece to help you finish it off. So let's get started. Guys, so I took the liberty of cutting out some of these flower pieces using that paper pad that I just showed you. And I just love just kind of mixing and matching the different dyes and layering them up. But I just wanted to show you how I kind of roll it, and I'm sure there's so much better ways to doing this. This is just kind of like my way to get it cup looking. Basically, I take this little foam piece and this little rolly tool, and I start from the back first. I just kind of go around in a circle to kind of get the curled look on the tips. Get the tips first. Okay, just roll, 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 and the paper will start to curve, and it looks like this. And then basically all I do is take this and just press it down and roll right in the middle, and then it gets that little cupped look. You can see it from the side, and it starts the base for my building. So I'm just going to take this piece and take my art glitter glue and kind of just find pieces till I can start layering up the flower. And I'm just going to take this. Perfect. And I think that's it for now. I don't want it to be too busy. So I start building my flower by adding some glue right here, and then just start layering up the flower. The holes there, this flower has a hole in the middle. You could see here, I think it's for like a brad, but there's no brad needed. I'm just going to poke a big hole so I can punch the little stamen pieces right in. I'm just building. I just kind of like it a little bit off-centered, and then I tend to just like fold the flower layers so there's some dimension. And this one's a little bit, I'm just going to turn a little bit more. There we go. Some dimension in between the layers of the flowers. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I just kind of like wing it as I go. Okay. I'm going to add the next layer. Right on. And I am just going to add one of these little circle pieces. Okay. Right in the middle. Just like that. Okay. Again, you can fix the flower as you go. And then I just tend to just poke a hole right in the middle. And just kind of wiggle it around. You need a big enough hole to get the stamen pieces in. The bigger the better, so I just kind of roll it around. Oops. Oops. Bloopers. Okay, there we go. Alright, and then I take about 3 of these little stamen pieces, and then I just kind of pull at the ends, center them, fold them in half, and then I just roll the ends, just so I can punch them through or poke them through the middle of this flower. Okay? And sometimes you do need this little pokey tool to help, which I will be doing to help push it in. If you don't have this little Tim Holtz poker, I highly recommend it. I use it so often. Okay, so after you push in all of the little pieces from the butt, I just generally pull the centers of the stamens, and then this is what this will look like. What I do now is take some double-sided tape, and I like to reinforce the backs with this, and I just go and kind of smush this piece here right down, and I get to the length that I want it. You could pull the other end to adjust if you want to. Okay, and just kind of fix it. Okay, and then I'm going to secure the ends with some double-sided tape. Now you can use hot glue. This is just readily available to me right now. And then this is kind of what the flower looks like. Okay, it's a hot mess, but once you add the bling, it looks so much nicer. I'm just gonna slab some art glitter glue with this little gemmy here, and then slab it right in the middle. You want to kind of spread out the stamen pieces only because you want it look a little even. But again, there's no rhyme or reason to this. You can do any way you feel works for you. I'm just going to press this down. Okay, and that's what that looks like. Look how pretty that is. Right? I love this paper. Okay, now I have this little leaf part. I just basically curl the ends a little bit. I can show you quickly how I did it with this. Just zoom in a little bit. And I just kind of went on the ends over here. Again, no rhyme or reason. I just like a little bit more of the curved look. Okay, go around the edges, and then just right in the middle, I just like to score it down the middle. Okay, so you get kind of like a fishtail, and then I just add some tape or some glue on the back, and voila. Oh, I need some hot glue with this, but voila, there is my flower. And I really love how this looks, you guys. I mean, they're pretty close, right? I mean, it's not as pretty and professional, but I made this. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys find inspiration. I hope this can be helpful for you to create your own flowers as well. I'm really kind of just on a build your embellishment kind of mood right now. And hopefully finding inspiration through my own projects. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.